All right, we're back. UFC Fight Night, Dorita versus Allen. It's gone down this weekend, so let's get into the fights. We have Melissa Croden versus Tanira Lisboa. Uh, I'll go with Lisboa here, just because she's UFC proven. She's coming off a loss, but she can kickbox, she can grapple. But who knows, Melissa Croden? It's in Canada. She might get a robbery decision. I mean, she's not bad. Like you look at her level of comp. It's not the worst. I mean, 8-6, yeah, that's pretty awful. 8-4, but she did lose to Jacqueline Calavacante, who we know is a very good prospect. So she's yeah, it's like a bit hit or miss, but hasn't really lost to anyone too bad or anything like that. But I'm going to go with Lisboa here. I'll probably say decision. Then we got Azamat Bakawev versus Usari Bulgari, obviously former Glory kickboxer. He's fought Adesanya, he's fought Pereira. And now he fights Azamat Bekawev. I'm going to go Azamat Bekawev here. I just think he can grapple heavy here if he needs to. And I also think, even though he's a former Glory kickboxer, I generally don't think that Usari is like that good of a striker. I know that's like crazy to say. Like he's a good striker, obviously, but I don't think he's like, oh, this next level Glory kickboxing. Like his striking's on another level. I generally think Bekawev could probably hurt him on the feet. He's got tall man defense as well. We've seen Tulio beat him up on the feet. I think Azamat Bekawev might actually knock him out on the feet, to be honest. That might be a crazy take. And Bekawev does have the wrestling edge here if he wants. He can just wrestle. But I have a feeling he's going to KO Usari on the feet. But they could be famous last words. Then we got Stephanie Luciano versus Rafina Oliveira. I don't actually remember who Oliveira is. Oh, she lost to Lisboa, funnily enough. She's been out for 2 years. I don't like that. Luciano, she's coming off a loss to Sam Hughes, though. But everybody loses to Sam Hughes nowadays. Sam Hughes is just a monster, I think we would have realized. So yeah, I'll go with Luciano here. I think she'll take this one. Then we got Kyle Propolek versus Drew Dober. Holy fucking 2014 Fight Pass fucking prelims on Facebook. I'm going to say Drew Dober brutally KOs Kyle Propolek here. I really don't see what way Kyle is going to have success in this fight. Like, he just got brutalized by Benoit Saint Denis. Before that, he was just beating guys with losing records. I know Drew Dober's on a bit of a slide, but let's be fair though. Different melon. He's the same color as Drew Dober though. This could factor in here. Like generally, I got to start picking based on the race of the opponent. You look at Drew Dober's last 3 losses. Renato Moicano, he's a bit of a lighter skinned Brazilian. Gene Silva, he's a light skinned Brazilian. Manel Torres, he's a light skinned Mexican. He did beat Ricky Glenn, though. He did beat Ricky Glenn. But I'm going to trust Drew Dober can beat Kyle Propolek, even in his current form. So, yeah, I'm going to go Drew Dober to get this one done by KO. I think he's going to knock out Propolek. Then we got Danny Barlow versus DeJordan Santos. Santos coming off that loss over Ozzy Diaz, and Danny Barlow coming off that loss to Sam Patterson. Before that, he arguably lost to Nikolai Veretikonov. This is a tough one, man. This is tough. Who's the favorite? I can imagine Barlow's the favorite here. He is the moderate favorite. I do think he's going to win. I don't think Santos is really that good. His main attribute is takedown defense, which I don't think he's going to have to worry about against Danny Barlow. So I'm going to go Danny Barlow to get this one done. And I'll probably say it's going to be a really shit decision. That's probably going to be my take. I'm going to go Danny Barlow by shit decision. Not split decision, shit decision. Then we got Bruno Silva versus Hung Sung Park. Fuck, this is a tough one because he got dropped by Tatsuro Taira. But Bruno Silva is coming off some pretty bad damage. He's lost his last couple of fights, I believe. 2 losses, both by KO. I'm going to say Hung Sung Park will win this fight. I don't rate Hung Sung Park too highly. I've never been the biggest Hung Sung Park believer, but I do think he's good enough to beat Bruno Silva at this point, especially with all the damage. So I'm going to go Hung Sung Park by TKO. Then we've got Charles Jourdain versus Davy Grant. Oh, this is a tough one. This is actually a tough one. Davy Grant definitely can win this. I picked Davy Grant as a massive underdog against Damon Blackshear last time out. But I'm going to say Charles Jourdain's going to win. I just think he's going to be too fast, too quick. I don't think he will get caught. I don't think he's going to get knocked out by Davy Grant. If he isn't getting knocked out, he could get dropped. But I'm gonna trust Charles Jourdain to win this one by decision. I don't think he's going to knock out Davy Grant or anything like that. I think this is going to be one of those fights where he's just the speed, the youth comes apart. I mean, we can say that about most Davy Grant fights, and he still wins. But I just think Charles Jourdain is too quick. He's like generally very fast. Looked good against Victor Henry. So I'm going to trust in Charles Jourdain this time around. Then we've got Kyle Nelson versus Matt Fravola. Oh my god. This is like the battle of the chinlets. They're both very chinny fighters. Oh, okay, yeah. Matt Fravola, how many times has he been KO'd? Is he coming off 2 KO losses this time? He's coming off 2 KO losses. I don't like that. But Kyle Nelson's coming off that bad KO loss to Steve Garcia. Before that, lost to Billy Chu by KO. Got KO'd by Diego Ferreira. He's suffered some bad KO losses. And he's not really a KO threat, which I feel like if you're going to beat Matt Fravola, you sort of need to KO him. And I just don't expect Kyle Nelson to KO Matt Fravola. So I'm going to say Matt Fravola actually catches him in a you must have forgot type performance. So I'm going to go Matt Fravola, KO, but it's a worrying one. But Matt Fravola is just so powerful, so I think he will eventually crack the chin. And plus, Kyle Nelson's moving up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's moving up after that KO loss, which is probably a good thing. He missed weight in that fight as well. So probably a good thing he's moving up. But I don't know. We've seen him get chinned at lightweight before by Diego Ferreira, obviously. Then we got Cody Gibson versus Ariolo Quileng. Oh, God, who do I pick? He was looking really, really good against Damon Blackshear, and he beat Chad Anklinger, beat Brian Kelleher before that. And Ariole Kaleng, what's his last couple of fights? Lost to Raul Rosas in a really boring fight. Was losing to Daniel Marcos, but he got saved. He got chinned by Zahabi pretty early. Johnny Moniz. You know what? I'll go Cody Gibson. I trust him a bit more. He's a bit taller here. He's got a bit of a reach advantage. He's a bit older, but I think he's good enough, especially if he just strikes. I think he can beat Arieleng Quileng. So I'm going to go I'm going to go Cody Gibson. Then we got Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. I don't think, Fiorot hasn't fought since she fought Shevchenko. But I'm going to say Fiorot wins this fight. I know Jasmine Jasudavicius has looked really good. She's on a 5-fight winning streak. But Fiorot has really good takedown defense. We've seen her utilize that against Aaron Blanchfield. I think she's going to either utilize in this fight and beat up on Jasmine Jasudavicius on the feet. I really like Jasmine Jasudavicius. She's a cool fighter. She's a cool woman as well. She seems really like a really nice, good person. But I just think she's really slow on the feet. And if this is just a pure striking fight, I can just see Fiorot just beating her up round after round. So I'm going to go Fiorot. Probably by, I'll say decision though. I'm going to say Jasmine Jasudavicius is tough enough to make it to the scorecards. Then we've got Marlon Chito Vera versus Ayman Zahabi. As soon as this fight got announced, I knew exactly who was winning this fight. Ayman Zahabi is going to win this fight. He's a very bad matchup for Marlon Vera. He moves forward. He puts on a pace on the feet. And he's also very technical, where I feel like he's also very smart as well. He's got high fight IQ. He knows that he's just going to have to put it on early on Marlon Vera. He's already going to win the first round, guaranteed. And this is the last 2 rounds of the worrying bit. But I think he's going to win. He's tough. He's fucking gritty. And look at him come back from getting kicked in the head. Like he pretty much got soccer punted in the head legally by Jose Aldo. I didn't think he beat Jose Aldo, but he still showed some toughness. He showed good cardio. I think he has a grappling edge here over Vera. I don't think Vera's fought for a very long time either. Like, I don't think he's fought since he fought Figueiredo. When was that? August of last year? That's a long time. He's been out for a very, very long time. I'm going to trust Zahabi to get this one done by just piecing him up on the feet. Putting output. Output is the main factor. I think Zahabi's just going to have so much output compared to Vera. So I'm going to go Zahabi. Then we've got Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. This is a tough fight as well. I generally... Who do I go with for this one? I think... Part of me really wants to go with Kevin Holland. Really, part of me. But his chin just didn't look as good against Daniel Rodriguez last time out. And Mike Malott can just grapple. We've seen him have a big grappling edge over Neil Magny. I know he lost that fight, but he could also... Oh, man, he could maybe chin Kevin Holland if his chin is still like toast from that Rodriguez fight. He's coming back pretty soon after getting dropped so many times. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going Mike Malott submission. I think he's going to take down Kevin Holland, get a submission. I know typically Holland does do better at welterweight, but he did just lose to D-Rod, who's not like a bad fighter, but he's clearly past his prime. But maybe he shows up this time around. But I'm going to just trust in Mike Malott's grappling edge here. And even like, I think he can sting Kevin Holland on the feet too. So this could be a crazy like coming out party for Mike Malott in Canada. But I know how Holland's got a big reach advantage, and he actually utilizes his reach a lot more than Neil Magny, so that makes things a bit interesting. But I'll go Mike Malott here. I'll go Mike Malott. Then we got the main event: Reina de Ritter versus Brendan Allen. I mean, come on, guys. We got to go with Reina de Ritter here. You know, I think Reina de Ritter is going to win. I think he's going to clinch. I think the clinch is going to be big here. I know the big narrative between Reina de Ritter versus Fluffy Hernandez when that fight was booked was, oh, man, the knees. He'll win the fight with the knees. I generally think that he's just going to fucking annihilate Brendan Allen in the clinch with the knees. I think he's going to gas out. Brendan Allen's going to start fighting stupid. Probably shoot a takedown while he's gassed out. And he's going to get darsed. I don't know. I can just see it. Brendan Allen seems like the type of fighter to literally get darsed like immediately into this fight. But I'm going to give him some credit. I think that Reina de Ritter will work that clinch a little bit. I think we'll see some back and forth striking. I think Brendan Allen's very underrated on the feet. Sometimes, though, against Andre Muniz, he was getting pieced up by Muniz. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But sometimes his striking looks really good. Sometimes he looks like a really good prospect. And other times he fights very stupid. And I don't know, I just think he's going to fight really dumb this time around. Now, maybe he goes in there and completely changes the narrative, goes in there and chins Reina de Ritter on short notice, and then he's up there for like close to a next title shot or something along them lines. But I'm gonna trust in Reina de Ritter to maybe hurt him on the feet, maybe beat him up to the clinch, gas him out. Brendan Allen shoots the takedown, gets darsed out cold, probably. He'd probably tap. So yeah, I'm going to go... Has Brendan Allen been tapped out before? I can't remember him ever being submitted off the top of my head. I think he mostly just gets KO'd. Oh, he got rear naked choked by Trevin Giles years ago, though. He's clearly improved since then. But I'm going to say Reina de Ritter subs him, to be honest. I can sense it. I can sense a Reina de Ritter submission win via DAS by hurting Brendan Allen. So yeah, I'm going to Reina de Ritter to get this one done. But let me know who you guys have winning these fights. Make sure you like this video, subscribe. Shout out to Mixed Martial Arts, the single member of the channel. Shout out to Italian Cookie for many, many, many donations. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Make sure you subscribe, put on notifications. Yeah, adios. Goodbye. Yeah. Oh, actually, wait. Before I do go, Nazarena Mavov. He 100%, you got to give him the next title shot. I know Reina de Ritter would be a cooler fight, but I feel like have Reina de Ritter sit out, wait for the winner, like book Amava versus Hamza early next year, and then have Reina de Ritter fight the winner of that. Because yeah, I don't think you can give Reina de Ritter a title shot after beating Brendan Allen. I mean, it's good that he stepped up and everything like that, but I think Nazardine Amavov 100% deserves it. Just gonna put that out there. People say I have a Christian bias, even though I'm not Christian, which makes no sense. I'm not any of the Abrahamic religions, but I think that, yeah, I think it's fair enough that Nazardine Amavov gets the next title shot. He just beat Caio Borrello. He beat Adesanya, for God's sake. So I think Nazardine Amavov should be next up. Plus, it's a fight that will only happen for a championship. So, like, you know, you rarely see Dagestani versus Chechen in the UFC. I don't think we ever have. Obviously, outside the UFC, we've seen Hamza Chimaev KO Ikram Aliskerov. But yeah, I think Nazardine Amavov 100% deserves this title shot after this. So yeah, book that fight, and then Reina de Ritter can possibly fight the winner. I mean, if he has a good performance against Allen, just have him book him against the winner. You know, no need to kill off another prospect and rebook him versus Fluffy. You know, that makes no sense. But anyway, that's all I want to add before I went. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. See you guys next time. Goodbye.